Oh man, Shadowrun. I used to play this game like mad crazy back in 2008, and when I first heard of this game, I was pretty much hooked. Shadowrun is kind of like Halo meets World of Warcraft meets Counter-Strike, but I think it's more like Halo and World of Warcraft, since it's really not a military slash realistic shooter like Counter-Strike, but the buy menu will probably make you think of it. I'm so glad that people are still playing this game, because this game is just an underrated masterpiece. It's very balanced, it's fun, and it's definitely not a casual friendly game too, which is some games are starting to become a bit more on that side. Shadowrun is probably the most unfriendly pick up and play type of game. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you need to know before you can actually play this game properly when online. All I gotta say is it's really team based. It's best to kind of treat this game like it's Team Fortress 2. Always stay with your teammates and back them up. Resurrect is a must-buy ability in this game because it makes you a great team player for resurrecting your allies. Now about the gameplay, this is one of my earlier games I had during my session. I was still trying to get used to the feel of the game, the controls and all that stuff, but I end up doing pretty fine in this game. And this game is where I had the most kills, and it's quite fast-paced. This map right here, Nerve Center, it's one of my favorites. I was kind of laggy in this game. I mean, there's this one part where I shot this dude like 100 times with my submachine gun, but he just wouldn't die. I don't know. I try to get better games, but I didn't really have any good results. So yeah, this is probably the best one. Oh yeah, Shadowrun, it was really not a well-received game. It was mixed, but people thought it was lacking content. It only had 9 maps, 3 game modes, and a multiplayer-only game. It does have 3 more extra maps, but they're like smaller size of the other maps. It was retailed for $60, and while the content may be kind of lacking, quality to me is always better than quantity. I like the 3 game modes. They're pretty much like slight variations of Team Deathmatch and Capture the Flag. I recommend you to go to Wikipedia if you really want to know more information about them. And I like the maps. 7 out of 9 I enjoyed them, while the other 2 are just okay. So it wasn't really a huge issue for me, and the game was really unique and different compared to other online shooters that you had on the market for its time. I remember the developers, they were trying to defend themselves from the reviews and all that stuff. They would say they put a lot of effort and focus onto the multiplayer component, while their competitors would put the same amount of effort and focus into the single player and multiplayer. So I really understood what they were trying to say, but it was just sad it didn't get the same amount of love as Halo 3 or Call of Duty 4. I mean, this game is really amazing. It's really rare to find. I mean, it's really rare for me to find a shooter that is so balanced like this game, and I don't know we will ever get a game like this, man. Another sad thing is the developers were trying to release some DLC, but then they went out of business and DLC was never released. I remember we were supposed to get like 4 new maps, 2 new weapons, 1 new race, all that stuff, and it never happened. It just never happened. Tell you the truth, I would rather pay $100 for a sequel to this game, because it really deserves one, man. It's such a fantastic game. It definitely let me see how much time I have left. Alright, it definitely changed as time went on. I used to find like 25 active servers online. Now it's only like 5 active servers going on nowadays. It's on its last legs, but you know, I'll try to find the time to play it, because this game brought so many awesome memories, and I'm gonna keep playing it because the fact is it's an excellent game. Okay, I'll talk more about the game. Another interesting about Shadowrun is it's one of the earlier games, one of the first games that allow you to play against PC players. So if you're good with the controller, you can actually fight PC players with their mouse and keyboard. I remember back then there were quite a bit of active PC players, and I have to say, man, it was really balanced. I didn't really feel like I was at a disadvantage against PC players or at an advantage at the same time. But nowadays it seems like there's a lot of Xbox 360 players going on. What else I can say? So this thing's like a tree of life. It heals me if you stick close to it. Oh yeah, usually you want to try to kill bodies in this game, but the Shadowrun community, they don't really like when you do that. If you do that, people will try to kick you out of the server, so I didn't kill the bodies. If I see like the other team do the same thing, like killing my bodies or my teammates' bodies, I'll probably do the same thing if that person doesn't get kicked. So yeah, that was kind of funny. He trapped himself, and I tried to get that guy, but I failed. And I guess I'm gonna just end it all here. There's really not much to see. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary, and later.